Hello and welcome to this video. Today I'm talking about being anxious in high school. I said anxious with quotes because I do believe that word is overused, but there's no quoting about this. Air quoting. Now, I know if you clicked on this video, my instant demeanor gives off that of somebody who you don't have anxiety. Well, that's because I'm talking to a piece of glass encased in some metal currently. Sure, there are a few consistent commenters that I know I'm talking to, but let's be real, I'm mainly looking in the viewfinder, so I'm talking to myself, which is my favorite thing. And Miku's behind the camera, so I might as well be talking to Miku. I just wanted to talk about, like, squeaky chair, some stories from high school and being anxious, because I know it's relatable because I had like a little podcast episode where I talked about it, and a lot of people were agreeing on the TikTok clip I uploaded, not the actual video. Didn't do that well, but that's okay. My type of anxiety is that of which I have selective mutism, not mutation, mutism, which is like going mute. It's a little bit hard. And well, we'll get into it with the stories, but something that I think a lot of teachers don't understand, and never say that I'm dissing teachers because my mom's a teacher. I understand it's difficult. I understand that they're underpaid, but you have to accept that in any field or anything, there are some bad people. If there weren't bad teachers, children wouldn't be getting by them. Sorry. It's true though. So some teachers don't understand, and I'm here to, well, not tell them because they're not watching this video, you are. And I have this feeling you were or are a student. So, I mean, teachers were students once too, but I think they seek vengeance. Some of them, again, there's some great teachers. Unfortunate, I never got them. No, I did. Again, I'm not hating teachers, and don't. But something that some teachers don't understand, this is like the whole, like, you have to say some men instead of men. Some teachers don't understand that when you assign a presentation, or you use your fucking popsicle sticks to call on people, or you just cold call on people in general, I am not paying attention to class. I'm not paying attention to anything you're saying. I'm not paying attention to what's on the smartboard. I'm not paying attention to the sheet in front of me. I am solely inside my head, and I am, what do I do if she calls me? Please don't call me, don't call me, don't call me, don't call me, don't call me. I'm gonna look dumb, you know, like, there's not even like a straight process, but like there's not even a straightforward thought process. It's just that I can't focus because I'm worried that you're gonna call me. Or I'm worried the whole day, heaven forbid, last period there was a presentation, so the whole day that's what I'm worried about. Yeah, no. You're ruining it for the other teachers because now I'm not focusing in their class either. You know, it's not even have to be a presentation. If I know that you've got your fucking popsicle sticks, or I know that you cold call on people, and your class is next period, I'm not paying attention to biology. I'm thinking about, fuck, what am I gonna say when I don't know what x equals, okay? Not to mention all the other things that are going on, like being bullied, having no friends. In senior year, it was COVID, so we were split up by the alphabet. My friends, all my 2 friends were in the other half of the alphabet, and so we were in school on different days, so I had nobody to eat lunch with, right? And I wasn't going to the cafeteria. You want me to try and find a seat with somebody? Fuck you. But we weren't allowed to sit in the halls like normal. And we weren't allowed to go to the band room because, yeah, I know, I just exposed myself. Because, you know, social distancing, let's force them all into the same room. I understand for tracking purposes, like, you know, for like cross-contamination or whatever the fuck. But, I, again, don't have any friends. So what did I do? Can you guess? What does one do when they're the main character of a movie, right? You sit in the bathroom during lunch. Now, I didn't eat in the bathroom, don't worry. I just, you know, sat on the toilet and waited. All because I was scared of having to find a seat And it's not even like a one-time thing that you have to get over. Sure, you're like, you know, you're like, okay, well, I'll find a seat the first day and then I'll just keep going there. That's not how it works, because it could be different the next day. What if the person that agreed to let you sit with them isn't there? Yada yada yada. There's so many what ifs, and that's what, like, I guess anxiety really is. It's quite literally impossible to just fix it and just get over it and go with it. You just have to go through the day and suffer. And yeah, I mean, I wasn't medicated. I'm sure that, you know, using drugs could help, and I don't mean, I mean like medical, like prescribed drugs, okay? Anxiety and drugs don't mix, okay? That you will go, like, it's not a good idea, guys. It's not a good idea. It makes your anxiety worse, okay? But yeah, you really can't get through it. You just have to kind of you just have to stare at the clock the whole class. Now, something I do recommend, you know, delve into your interests. Like, I liked manga and anime, so I would read manga after school and then just fantasize about 2D all day. Oh, you don't do that? Weird. Okay. Basically, it's kind of fucked up. It's like you're going to your happy place in your head all day, which is like not something you should have to do, I feel like, to survive school. You know, like, that's something people do to like go through, like, and I'm saying, like, school can be major trauma for people. Like, I still have nightmares about school, and I still every August and July, end of July, even beginning of July, which sucks because my birthday is the end of July, I still get anxious about the upcoming school year when I'm not in school. I didn't go to college because, well, partially because, first of all, I never wanted to in my whole life, and also because I would be too scared. Which how dare you judge my not going to college? You can't critique somebody with mental illness. That's not woke. And to add, like, I didn't even mention the fact that there's an extra layer of anxiety because I'm in America. What could possibly be different about being in America that makes you more anxious in school? School shooter. So you sit in a math class, right? You just maths, and you just sitting trying to learn something, and you're like, you're already anxious because you're like, oh, Miss Smith might call on me to answer question B, and now I have to worry about little Bobby coming in to show his new toy that he bought at Walmart off. I don't want that. I don't want to be thinking about escape routes. I don't want to be looking for my exits like I'm at a movie theater or on a plane. I don't want to be doing that, actually. You know, I'm gonna act out an example right now, so enjoy that little movie. Oh my god, when is class gonna be over? I don't want to be here. Let's think about a plan. So the door is there. How many desks could we pile up against it? I mean, I'm on the 3rd floor. I couldn't even jump out of the window if I wanted to escape something like that. There's nowhere to hide. Skye, what'd you get for number 5? X equals 3. No, that's not right. Did anybody else get anything different? Just raise your hand. Anybody else get a different answer? Yeah, Sydney, what'd you get? That's the answer I got too. Hey, don't go adding romantic scenes to my life when they didn't happen. Sorry, your life is just so boring. I wanted to spice it up. Okay, well, this isn't about whether it's boring or not. This is to help other boring people. Yeah, okay, let's go back to it. Yes, let's. Oh, great. French is next. A whole class period of talking in front of everybody. You know, once when I was in, I think it was sophomore year, my English teacher decided to put my essay or my assignment up on the board, and she didn't hide my name. So imagine my surprise when some of my acquaintances come up to me and say, this teacher was trashing your essay in front of the whole class. She was talking about how terrible it is. Now, lucky me, I wasn't in that class because I would have left crying. But she did have to apologize to me. But I cried about that the other day because I had blocked it out and then I remembered it. Yeah, I cry super easy, which is also not very good. In 5th grade, a slide was missing on one of my PowerPoints, and the teacher, he was not happy that day, which everybody has bad days, but I was like, oh, slide's missing, and he's like, just go to the back of the class and email it to me. So I cried in front of everybody, like while I was still standing in front of the class. In 5th grade, so obviously they don't understand that, you know, 5th graders are just gonna come up to you at recess and ask, oh, Skye, is it true that you cried in science class when giving your presentation? That's so funny, you baby. Thanks. Yeah, that is pretty funny. Yeah. No, it wasn't funny actually. But you know, that's something that's never left. So I've like in math, I have an example, like it wasn't even something I said in front of the class. We were working on the whiteboards, which sucked because luckily I was sitting next to the whiteboard, so I didn't have to find a spot on the whiteboard next to some strange person, somebody I didn't know. I did it wrong and the teacher came and she was helping me very nicely. I liked her, but it still made me cry. I don't think she noticed, but I haven't cried recently in my most recent job because I couldn't find where I was supposed to be going and I felt really bad about it. I want to cry right now. Also, teachers will literally target you because you don't talk a lot, because you're shy, because you're, let's be real, people aren't just shy because they're shy. That's not a thing. You're shy because you're anxious about your situation, okay? Actually, honestly, this boy might have been just shy because I'm still mad about this. My teacher in middle school decided to pick the 2 quietest people in class to have to speak. So there was 2 groups. She split us up into 2 groups and she's like, okay, now the 2 quietest people in our class are gonna speak for the groups. Me and this boy who literally whispered when he spoke. We were partners earlier in the year, maybe even at that point. And every time she's like, okay, talk to your partner about it, I would try and talk to him and he'd be like, and I'd be like, what? And I'm like, the plot twist of the century was he was gonna present first for his group. And he starts speaking like Shakespeare's 5th soliloquy, and I'm like, why is Mr. Whisper speaking fluently and loudly and clearly? And it was my turn, and so my group said, like, what? And it was like this unspoken, honestly, it wasn't an unspoken competition because it was like a debate basically, but it was my fault that we looked worse, and she did that on purpose. Now I actually liked her, but that was not nice. And then the fucking popcorn reading, we had to do popcorn reading in that, and here's the problem, I don't necessarily mind reading out loud, I'm not very good at it, but the thing about popcorn reading that I hated, the thing that made me the most anxious, and now I have to call on somebody I'm not friends with to read next. And you know how middle schoolers are, they're gonna think I have a crush on them, they're gonna think this, this, and that, or that I hate them. Well, because I have to pick somebody, but luckily some people would raise their hands, I guess, but like, don't make people popcorn read unless you're gonna pick the next person. Or just don't do it at all. Because people suck at reading out loud, and that's okay, but like, it sucks having to listen to it or do it. I remember once in middle school in math, I'm still salty about this too, even though it's like my fault. The teacher was like, is there any other answer? And she kept saying it. So I was like, okay, nobody else was raising their hand. I'm like, okay, there has to be another answer. And this is my one, for some reason I had finally 1 ounce of courage. I did not raise my hand. I did not raise my hand because I wasn't going to speak. I can't speak. I'm like, okay, I'll answer it because I want to move on. And I had gotten another answer. And it was wrong. And she's like, okay, yeah, I don't think there's anything else. Why were you making us sit there for so long? If there was no, I probably cried after that. Something I will applaud certain teachers for doing, and I will recommend this to you as a tip. Remember this, because sometimes like at the quarter they will pass out sheets that are like, is there anything I could do better? Now obviously some teachers suck and they won't take your advice anyway, even if they say that, but there are some really good teachers that pass that out. This is what you need to write down. Please do not cold call, because I will be unable to focus the rest of the class and it will really hinder my learning. Or if we play Jeopardy, could you just have everybody, or one person raise their hand, or everybody write the answer on a whiteboard? Like that's what we did in one of my classes. Or I really don't like going to the whiteboards because it makes me have to find a spot next to somebody that I'm not friends with. I don't know. I remember I got so lucky once. We had a presentation day, but we ran out of time before I got to go. So I got to come in during lunch and do it. That was not a good year though. Oh my god. Also, there's something about us, or at least about me. I think I might be like in an anime when they have those auras of like negativity, an aura of gloom, and there's a purple cloud around them. I think I might exude that because in elementary school, freshman year, not the same thing, kind of, freshman year of high school, I was in study hall and I was one of 2 freshmen in a like senior full, like a study hall full of seniors, and the other one was a boy. I don't talk to boys. I don't talk to boys, I don't talk to men, I don't talk to anyone really, but I might have been more okay if it was a girl. Regardless, I'm not talking to seniors, okay? They don't want to talk to me unless they're weird, but I looked weird, so anyway, so the study hall teacher, she was a chemistry teacher, but she was my study hall teacher. She called me back to this like weird in-between area. She's like, Skye, come here. I was like, okay. I was doing my math homework so that I don't have to do it tonight, but okay. Also, it was a forced study hall. I was forced to take this study hall because of my freshman year. I didn't want to study hall, but yay, I'm the only freshman in this class. Anyway, she calls me back and she's like, I just want to make sure that you have somebody to talk to and that you're okay. And basically she was asking me if I wanted to kill myself. She's like, you just don't like talk to anybody, which, mind you, the freshman boy doesn't talk to anybody either. Also, it's study hall, not everybody's talking. I'm trying to do my homework, and I'm like, yeah, I'm fine, I just don't know anybody. And then I notice after that, a lot of teachers, my homeroom teacher, who's only my homeroom teacher, and also our homeroom teachers changed every year. He was just my homeroom teacher for freshman year. I noticed he started saying hi to me in the hallway. I'm like, hi. And me and my mom have decided that there was a poster of me in the teacher's lounge that said, make sure this one doesn't kill herself, so be nice to her. In elementary school, I physically was like, my anxiety would work up to make me physically ill, so I did miss, honestly, like a week or enough that like the school had to like get, you know, they had to like tell my mom that like I couldn't miss anymore. It was really hard to continue to make myself go through all of school. We did change schools after that though, because the school was just too big. It was really, that was part of the anxiety. There's too many people. So this school was much smaller, and the elementary school was okay because I was still in elementary school, but then middle school, all 3 elementary schools joined. In high school, obviously the same thing, but I mean, it was all the same people from middle school, but more grades, so more people still. And I know this is a unique experience, which is why I'm sharing it, so that you know that you're not weird, at least not because of that. I do wish I had been pretty and popular. I wish I was now pretty and popular. Don't you have something you need to be commenting right now? Just kidding. it's a lot of good character development, but it's also like, well, it's not like now I'm not anxious because I existed in school anxiously. No, that's not, it didn't, no. Yeah, I'm still like immobilized and muted by my anxiety, but I'm not on drugs, so like medicine. Banana chapstick. It's really hard too when there's like one event that makes you 100% sure you're never going back, but the adults are always right. You're gonna wish that you had approached high school differently, because every movie, every TV show, everything makes it seem like high school is the main storyline of your life. And maybe not everybody thinks this way, but I totally process the world in film. Hello. And you're gonna be like, wow, mine wasn't like a movie. And it's gonna suck later. So yeah, it doesn't get better. Yeah, it gets better. But it's just something to keep in mind, because I wish I had done things differently. Would I have? If I could go back? No, I still am anxious and I would still be anxious. So there's nothing I could do. And I was thinking about it too. When I was younger, I did embarrassing things. And then was embarrassed when I was told that they were embarrassing. Now, I am embarrassed by everything and don't do anything. So that's your Skye proverb for today. It's interesting too, because I was like actually invisible, and I know that's like a trope and people say that, but like I was actually, people had like didn't know who I was because I didn't talk, I didn't act out, I wasn't a class clown, yada yada yada, and I wasn't pretty, so it's like, well, whatever. So why am I being anxious when nobody notices me anyway? People don't remember me, people don't notice me, people don't whatever. I didn't get posted to the seniors on Instagram, the senior page or whatever on Instagram. I didn't, you know, get included in anything. So why am I being anxious if nobody's gonna remember or nobody's gonna care anyway? Also, walking in on the first day every year, walking in on the first day, I'm sorry, I'm just letting my dog bark now because I can't wait 10 fucking minutes for him to stop. Walking in on the first day of middle school, high school, etc., a new building, is scary enough because you have to find the fucking classrooms, but each year it is. And walking in and seeing the seating chart on the fucking screen is the best feeling ever, because now you don't have to embarrassingly sit by somebody that doesn't want you to sit next to them because you're the weird girl. I prefer mysterious. And then don't even get me started on fucking group projects. If you don't assign me to a group, bitch, I'm doing it alone. But you better not make me present it. Fuck. It was always a struggle. And the thing is too, I don't care that nobody wants me in their group or I don't have anybody to be in a group with. I don't care if you assign me to a group. The thing about that is, everybody sees that you're not in a group. And it's not like embarrassment, like they're not like judging you maybe, but like they kind of feel bad for you, so you're like, fuck. Oh my god, that reminds me of a story from gym. There was a sub that everybody hated because she was actually mean, okay? Like, again, teachers can be actually mean. And she was like, she assigned 2 people to pick people for the fucking team. Are you insane? Is it the 80s? What are you doing? I mean, people did that all the time, okay? Teachers did that all the time. I'm like, I know you suffered in high school. Actually, you didn't. Because you're a coach, and that means you were one of the cool kids. But you don't have to make me suffer. Anyway, so I was standing where I was standing when she started that, okay? I hadn't moved. And she's like, stop hiding to me. Yes, bitch, I want to be chosen last because I was hiding. I'm gonna get chosen last anyway. Leave me alone. And I wasn't hiding. I'm taller than you. Anyway, I'm still mad at her. Also, one time that same fucking English teacher, at least she removed our names this time, but she put like example sentences from people's things on the board, and they were like, okay guys, raise your hand and tell me why these are bad. Mine was one of them. And I had a typo, and I won't say his name, though I want to. This short little blonde boy that I hated picked on mine. And once I remember I was giving a presentation and I was like, I fucking lied, by the way, because it was a presentation, we had to do it. So I was like, oh, I didn't care much about politics before, but now I do. Now well, I mean, like, now I kind of do, but like, nothing had changed. I just said that to say that. And he was like, really? Under his breath, in the front row. And I'm like, I'm gonna say his name, Seth, leave me alone. I hate you. I don't hate anybody, guys. I'm indifferent and a little angry towards you, but I don't hate you. His sister's anti-choice anyway, so I think we know what he is probably. Who's definitely misogynistic. Also, guys, to prove my invisibility point, there was a list made ranking, you know, the like S, A, B, C, D, E, F ranking the senior girls, and I wasn't even on it. Of course I wouldn't be. Anyway, maybe I'll do another part if I come up with more stories, but I prefer not to think about school, thanks. I just thought this would be helpful for people because I know that some people watching me are still in school. Which, by the way, guys, I'm 21 if you have never seen me before. Somebody said I look older than that, but like, okay, I thought like, I don't know, I thought maybe I still look young. Anyway, guys, I love you so much. And you are gonna make it. You are gonna graduate, you're gonna move on, and you're still gonna have anxiety, but you will have survived high school, which, again, the movies say that's the only important thing. That and getting married, then your life is over. So you did the damn thing. So who cares? No, prove everybody wrong by graduating and surviving. Okay, I love you, and I'd be sad if you stopped watching my videos. I'd be sad if you went away. So feel free to click subscribe if you want. I have a PO box now. You can send me a letter and I might write back. Let me know if you want me to mention it in a video or not, though. And I'll see you tomorrow. I love you. Bye.